like to get started. Julie, can you turn that TV down, please?
Andy, why doesn't the new guy have to be here for shift report?
Hi, you guys done yet?
I'm trying to start.
Wow, timing sucks. Call me when you're done.
Luke, what makes you think you can just waltz in here whenever you feel like it?
Hey, I said I was gonna be late.
You didn't call this morning.
No, the day I started, I told you I was just generally gonna be late.
Luke, you miss these shift reports. You miss vital information about our patients.
Mr. Peterson, 312, is lactose intolerant. He's also Hispanic intolerant, Jewish intolerant, and African American intolerant. He's a real bastard, and frankly, we cannot wait till he's out of here. In 301, Mr. Walker's heat rash is spreading. In fact, parts of it have been spotted in 303. And Mr. Sanders in 308 passed a kidney stone last night. He named it Larry. Don't ask me why.
How the hell do you know all of this?
I got in at 6 while some of you were trying to put on eyeliner in the rearview mirror of your car. And I emphasize trying. I was doing early rounds. By the way, what were you planning to do today? Audition for Cats?
Well, here's one thing you don't know. We have a new patient in 310 who is trapped under a truck.
Minivan.
I beg your pardon?
It wasn't a truck, it was a minivan.
How do you know?
I was out scanning last night and happened on the scene. Lucky for him, I keep the jaws of life in my trunk.
Scanning? Like in that sci-fi movie? You have the ability to make someone's head explode?
Oh, do I wish.
Well, in the future, I wish you'd... We'll talk about it later.
Now, there is one S.O.B.
Oh, Sandy, Luke's just a loner.
No, I'm talking about him. Crank it up, Julie.
Listen, y'all, if you
This was
don't
the
mind...
scene outside the courthouse yesterday after financier Jack Trenton was sentenced for insider trading, bribery, and fraud. Trenton could have gone to prison for 8 years. However, after an emotional plea, the judge sentenced the flashy venture capitalist to community service.
Where's the justice?
Yeah, I have seen one too many of these guys get off easy.
Me too. Just get me within arm's reach of one of these above-the-law scum, and they'll be rounding up their damn teeth with a rake.
Hi, I'm looking for Nurse Roland.
I'll get the rake.
What are you doing in my hospital, Mr. Trenton?
He works here.
And who the hell are you?
Torres, probation department. Say hello to your new volunteer.
Hold on. Now, I am the charge nurse on this floor, and nothing happens here unless I sign off on it.
This is a court order for Mr. Trenton to perform 8,000 hours of community service in this hospital. This is the signature of the judge. This is the signature of the hospital administrator, and this is the signature of the head of nursing, your boss.
And if you write real tiny, there's a place in the bottom for you.
He's all yours, Nurse Roland. Hide your purse.
Well, you take care now, Officer Torres, you glorified security guard. What are you looking at? Look, I don't like this any more than you do.
I doubt that.
What are you griping about? You could be in prison. How the hell can you complain about doing community service in a hospital?
Are you kidding? Look around. There are sick people here, and everybody's moaning and drooling, and just by the way, I am picking up a real disagreeable odor just right in here. What, did somebody make in this hallway?
I don't smell anything.
Oh, now there's a happy notion. Perhaps I, too, can have my senses dulled to the point where I can walk around with a Ralph cake on my shoe all day and not even know it.
That's the spirit.
Paco, show him the ropes. I'm going upstairs to find out why I wasn't told about this.
There's something wrong with the system, man. Guy gets arrested for ripping off $1 million, and instead of going to prison, they sentence him to my job.
Gina?
Oh, good morning, Hank.
Oh, what a relief.
What?
Well, I just thought that since we had that little misunderstanding the other day that you might not be speaking to me. But I'm glad you had some time over the weekend to cool down, and I just thought that maybe we could pick up where we left off.
You're a horse's ass. Go away.
Well, I guess that's where we left off.
Has anybody seen Paco?
He's doing a transport. Why?
Well, someone just threw up in 332, and he's really got to clean that up.
Well, now he's on a call. That means you clean it up.
No, there's no way I'm going back in that room.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to get used to the sight of someone else's vomit.
Who said it was somebody else's?
Hey, get back here. Oh, what the hell did we do to deserve him?
I cannot believe this hospital.
Uh-oh. Look out.
So, how'd it go upstairs? What? Am I missing something?
Everything.
We're stuck with Jack, aren't we?
Not only are we stuck with him, but head nurse Bagley turned the meeting into a royal butt-chewing over how I run this ship.
What's Bagley's problem now?
She says you guys walk all over me. You take advantage of my friendship. She says familiarity breeds contempt.
That's bull. I hardly know you.
Where is it written that you can't be a boss and still be friends with your coworkers?
Here, it says I have 1 week to shape up or else they're going to bring in somebody else to run this shift. I can't let that happen. I've got kids at home. Fred and I have a mortgage.
Oh, relax. Bagley's just bluffing. Nobody runs a tighter shift than you. Oh, by the way, I'm taking an early lunch.
You are?
Seen a new condo. Gina's covering for me.
Nobody told me.
And you don't have enough on your mind? Come on, what are friends for?
All right, well, if you're covering for Sandy, who's supposed to do your rounds?
Luke.
Luke?
Yeah, he worked it out.
Wait a minute. I make the ship assignments, not Luke.
Okay, I'll tell him.
No, I'll tell him. That'll be topic A at tomorrow's briefing.
When I really better tell him he never comes to your meetings.
Can I go home early tomorrow?
Look, $4 million is my final offer. Well, then I guess we're at an impasse. Anyway, thanks for coming to my party the other night. And from the pictures, it looks like you had a wild time. Yes, I had a camera. Oh, and by the way, the gardener found your pants. Yes, $4 million will be fine. Thank you.
Hi, Julie Milbury, RN.
Jack Trenton, busy.
I just wanted to say that I believe that no matter what someone has done, no matter how heinous or despicable, they have the capacity for good. You're going to be here a long time, Mr. Trenton, and I just want you to know that Julie Milbury is going to find that good in you.
Julie, do you invest?
Julie, get away from him. Jack, did you read to Mr. Salazar like I asked you to?
The man is in a coma.
Did you read to Mr. Salazar?
Yes, I did. And if you don't believe me, ask him.
Hang up that phone, grab your mop. I want to see my face in this floor.
That makes two of us. Look, let's be reasonable, all right? You're a nurse, and you seem to think you can treat me like an orderly.
You are an orderly.
In the eyes of the court, possibly, but in my world...
This isn't your world, it's mine. What?
Look, can't we just make this easy? I'll just kind of quietly do my thing, and you can stop embarrassing yourself by making hollow threats.
I'm ordering you grab your mop.
Ooh, crack that whip, Miss Annie. You call the meanest tune.
Don't push me.
Don't kid me. What are you going to do about it? No, look, you can't send me to jail. I just got here.
Tell him, Officer Torres.
By the terms of your probation, Mr. Trenton, if you do not perform your assigned duties, you are deemed in violation, and the judge will put you in prison.
What, just like that? What about due process?
You're looking at it.
Have you thought about what you're doing, Annie? Have you thought about me in prison? Bullied? Tattooed? Dancing? Listen, they have Mike Tyson walking in circles. Can you imagine what these guys would do to me? Ah, so you can't. All right, well, perhaps we can go creative. Perhaps I can both appeal to your compassion and also lighten that financial burden at home.
I don't take bribes.
And isn't that refreshing these days? Okay, Annie, you forced me to bring out the big gun, figuratively and literally. Do you fool around?
Hasta la vista, Jackie. Officer?
Tough call.
Oh?
Yeah, well, you let him stay around and walk all over you. You look like a weenie.
Right.
But you kick his rump out of here, it tells Nurse Bagley you can't manage a difficult staff member.
Yeah, but it could also tell her that I'm in charge. I make a decision, I stick to it.
Yeah? And if it's the right decision, you might even get to keep your job.
Hold that elevator! Hold it!
Are you sure you want it back?
Hell no, I don't want him back. But it's something I gotta do.
Yeah, you won't regret it.
I'll zip it up.
Zipping it up here, boss.
Till next time, then?
Boy, Manny, it's been a big day for both of us, hasn't it? I've been up, I've been down. I'm emotionally drained. In fact, I think 338 is open. I'm gonna go lie down for a nap.
Oh, no, you won't. Now, listen, I'm letting you stay, but only on one condition, that you do as I say. You got it?
You got my word.
I don't need your word, Jack. I got your short hairs.
Well, I thought I'd hit the old cafeteria. Care to join me?
Dr. Kaplan, if I were on fire, I wouldn't ask you to spit on me.
Well, if you get hungry.
See? Nice, easy circles like this. And sometimes, you want to go crazy, have a little fun? Go counterclockwise.
My, that does look like fun.
Good, your turn.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you should show me just a little bit more. How about the rest of this hallway?
You really think I'd fall for something like that?
I'm new here. I don't know what you'll fall for.
Well, look who's working.
Warden, meet my buddy. I've named him Lightning.
Don't try me, Jack.
Right.
Listen, I have a transport for you. Mr. Haynes needs to go to X-ray.
Oh, great. Mr. Haynes, the one that smells like low tide.
Jack.
I'm going, but nobody touch my rig. Me and Lightning got a mighty big job to do.
Gosh, Annie, what's your secret? Jack seems so positive.
Well, he's doing the work. That's something.
Are you kidding? That's everything. I say you tell that head of nursing to get off your back.
I'm not exactly on the best of terms with the head of nursing, Julie.
Go over her head. Wow. Over the head of the head. To the head of heads. This could end up like one of those mirror tunnels you make with a medicine cabinet.
See, I see this whole thing as a women's issue. Annie's in trouble because, as a woman, she rules by consensus, whereas the male-dominated structure of this hospital is based on a hierarchical, quasi-militaristic model, and don't look at me like that. I've been reading.
3 West.
I just mean it's ridiculous to suggest that Annie can't be our friend and our boss. See, it's the administration's own paranoia that makes them create these imaginary abuses.
Accounting wants to know who made the $50 phone call to South America.
I'll ask around. Good afternoon, Mr. Warner. Time to change that dressing on your foot.
I'd rather have a sponge bath. I feel dirty.
Well, I guess I could call an orderly. I think Big Jim is free.
Never mind, I have a wet nap in the drawer.
Time to change that dressing, Mr. Whoa, look at this. Trina, I didn't know you were here. Well, hey, long as I'm here, might as well pitch right in.
It's all right, I can do it.
Prep saline. Yeah, I cleared my entire afternoon. Gauze. Yeah, I thought I'd find a pal, have some fun. You know, put the old top down, take a little stroll on the beach, go to mass.
Dressing is ready?
Don't you feel anything at all?
No, not even a mild discomfort. You guys are terrific.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't addressing you.
You want I should leave?
Let's discuss this in private.
Yes, let's please.
Yes. You can't shut me out like this. Now, I admit, I blew it. I strung you along while I was playing the field, but now I'm paying for my mistakes here. My life is a living hell.
That's not my intention, really. Although, knowing this will probably make me smile like an idiot on the way home in my car. But that's not what I want.
What do you want?
Something you or any other man can't give me. A sense of my own self-worth. See, Hank, I did take the weekend to think it over, and I saw myself as something I never want to be again. Pathetic.
Gina, you're not pathetic.
You bet, Buster. It's a new day for Gina Cuevas. And I have you to thank. I could kiss you for it.
I think I know how Fredo felt in Godfather 2. Mr. Warner, Nurse Cuevas will take over from here. I'm finished.
I know it's scary, but a woman has to spread her wings, be her own person. You're better off.
Thanks.
You free Saturday?
Annie says 303 wants a pillow right away.
Heads up.
You can't treat people like that.
Well, of course I can. I've made fortunes treating people like that. See, that's the difference between you and me. I'm a mover and a shaker, and you're a mopper and a scooper.
But just remember one thing, mister. I'm here by choice. And what does that say about me?
Orderly. Yeah, you.
Apparently you don't know who I am. I'm not
Take this down to pathology.
To pathology? Don't you think a doctor should do that? See, I'm just a volunteer.
Oh, volunteer.
Yeah.
I see. How long you in for?
7,994 hours.
It beats bagging litter on the interstate.
Well, actually, you know, they tried to put me on that freeway cleanup, but with my fair skin and the hole in the ozone, I just thought death sentence.
Glad things worked out for you.
Well, I have a kind of a knack for turning lemons into lemonade. You just have to know how to squeeze.
Is that right?
Yeah. I got this place pretty well licked already. No big surprises here. It's not exactly a think tank, is it?
Oh, do I know what you're talking about? You would not believe some of the stupid things I see people doing around here.
Don't be too sure.
Some yahoo doctor tosses a hypodermic in the trash. Next thing you know, you're taking out the garbage and you're jammed by a needle.
A needle?
That's the least of your worries. There are so many germs and bacteria and secretions and radioactive stuff floating around this place. I've seen guys wash their hands 4 times an hour. They won't even touch an elevator button with anything but an elbow. But hey, listen, I'm getting off the subject. Run this down to pathology.
What is that?
It ain't lemonade, pal. Three West. Yeah, Sandy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Laverne. Oh, she did? Well, I don't blame her. A six-pack and a trip to the batting cage is no way to celebrate an anniversary.
Okay, gang, gather around.
Oh, is this about Nurse Bagley again?
Well, sort of. Look, this isn't easy for me. I like you guys. You're like family to me, but I don't know how or when, but I've lost control of this shift. And, well, I just want to ask you as my friends, please, start showing me the respect I deserve.
Could you keep it down? I'm on the phone.
Not anymore. Now, as I was saying, certain liberties are being taken, and it's gonna stop. Gina, you write out a check for that call to San Pequeño, and next time bill it to home. And Julie, I'm not gonna tell you again, the autoclave is for sterilizing medical instruments only.
Define medical instruments.
No baked potatoes.
Right.
And Sandy, no messing with the schedule unless you ask me, and no personal calls on shift. And Luke, you're gonna start coming to these meetings.
Luke's not here.
I know that. I'm in charge, ain't I? Now, I have 1 week before my next evaluation, and I'm gonna make this thing work. I can be your boss and I can be your friend. But if there's ever a question as to which, look at your watch. If it's between the hours of 8 and 4, I'm the boss. Any questions?
No.
All right, then.
Guess you whipped them into shape.
Won't work, Sandy.
Well, what do you mean?
I mean you, too, is what I mean.
Fine. See if I talk to you again.
Fine. That means you'll be working then.
Fine.
We still on for dinner tomorrow?
Talk to me after 4 o'clock.
Fine.
It's me. Jack. No, I don't have a cold, and I don't intend to get one. Now look, I don't care what you do. Just get me out of here. I'm in hell.